Vtiger lead entry. Okay. So now we're going to second. The topic is called Vtiger lead entry. So we emulate John Citizen search website, found ideal, fall in love, Hillview 44. One thing, what's cost for their rating 29, and what's the rating for Hillview for the 2.7. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, this is Vtiger, our baby, and that's called a mirror, etc. So this is the URL, and we are going to log in. So each sales team and project manager will be allocate their individual login credentials. And this, the backend looks like this. So you can see this about 15 minutes ago, somebody called John Citizen over here. So I can also go to the leads section. And John Citizen, you can see allocate automatic is called John Citizen, ABC, etc. This is what we typed together just now. And you can see the backend, if I show full details, I'm in love with Hillview 44. Can you tell me what's the cost? So exactly what the message from the front end come back to here. So this is most of the leads are entered by customers themselves. And that will come to Thomas and Raksha. They're sitting in front end, then they allocate this to a particular salesperson. They may, that's different people's name, they choose a different one. That would automatically trigger an email sent to that salesperson. Say a new lead has been allocated to you. Let me do for myself. That's the example, Jackson in. So now this lead's been allocated to Jackson, and I will, in due course, receive email alert saying, this now you got a new lead to follow. So that's the sales process start. So therefore, so I'm adding my own relation. It's I will give them Advocate John a call in the afternoon or this evening. I have training session. So it's very in a way we generally hope we can follow within 24, 48 hours. So that's one, but not immediately want to pick up the phone straight away. So this is a good thing about RPO sales. Means we can choose our own pace to do things at our own leisure. Now the training session is more about here session on how to enter a new lead. There are cases that people just call us a voice message. That more voice message will become an email that arrive like this. So I'm going to log in to try to pretend to be Thomas, okay, who deal with this every single day and getting better and better at it. So that, let me give you maybe a real life example. If I can remember the password. No, I know. I'm sure. We don't need to disclose here.
Fair enough.
Good. Free trials. Found the one. So you can see this is a lot of spams. Very dangerous job, actually. Yeah. Try not to click lots of traps. If you are look after IBO's central email box, a lot of spam, lots of hoax, lots of things. Yeah. And you can see people attack our website right now all the time. So we are very IT or cybersecurity, very conscious.
Mm.
So that's now so this is a spam folder. You can see. Going to email. This is a live example at 3:29, which is just about 3 minutes ago. Someone called us. I'm going to play that. I don't know what's
Hi, my name is Amelia. Can you please give me a call back on 0424 995 196? Thank you. Bye.
okay. So this is the case. Typically, we don't. Currently, is not the voice input is not manned. Okay. Means, because of business nature. In the future, we are going to pick somebody to pick it up, to real human to pick it up. Right now, it's a voice message, central box, call you back. So callback service rather than a on-time one, but this may change in the future, very likely. Okay. So these messages will be forwarded to the sales team directly. Before they do that, and Thomas will check whether that person is a joint citizen. The exact same number is called again. Make sure allocate to the same person. Otherwise, the same lead be allocated to two different salespeople. Both of them calling them doesn't present a good image to the business. We can't 100% avoid it, but we try to minimize those happenings this way. So this is the lead. So if I typically Thomas will forward, for example, to Doug, a new lead for you. Please see ping. Is it Tim? Is it Brooks? That's a email message here. The general will forward to the sales team straight away. Then
That is.
Thomas wants to say something.
And if you expand it, you can see the details. So it's the 3 dots. So there.
Yeah, that's okay. So you can see they all have a phone number, but we don't necessarily have the email address. We don't know anything else. Sometimes even there's no message left, it's just missed call. So sometimes there's a voice message. Okay. So this will be forwarded to the sales team. They will enter into the Vtiger system and try to talk to them, get their email address. Most valuable to the business is email address. The reason is we will start, because this is a long sales journey, typically 3 to 6 months before you can, typically 3 months at least, from start engaging to become paying customer. There's certain procedures you go through: qualification, inquiry, etc., cost estimates. Some of them very fast within a week. That's not. I think Mark has some good luck in the past. This is past 6 months, but some of them we did back 2 or 3 years ago with initial contact. So the reason they come back to us is because we have the email address, and it's because we send them every single month an email newsletter. That's why for the sales team member, very valuable thing to do is try to grab that person's email address. They may not become a customer within the next 3 months, but guaranteed, if any chance, within the next 3 years, if the time is suitable, the head office will keep sending engagement through email newsletter. And that we find a very powerful technique. We can find the customers resurface of sometimes 5 years later, come back, become paying customer. It happens all the time. So email address is very valuable because we don't do SMS marketing. So if we only have a phone number, and if they're not immediately become a customer, we pretty much lost that engagement. So that's why email is always good. So let's say I'm now joint citizens, let's say brother, I'm going to enter that particular phone number. Okay. So I'm being assigned a lead. I'm going to create a new lead here. So plus sign. So from anywhere, let's say interface here, There's a plus sign here on the right hand side. I'm going to add a new lead. And this is the A. I suggest to go to full phone. And this is the details we can try to capture. In this case, the last name, let's say we call them. It's John Citizen's brother, called Citizen. First name, it is, let's say, Jack. Okay.
Yeah.
Or let's say Marty.
Marty.
It's a Marty Citizen. John and Marty. Okay. So now we know the phone number. Let's say pretend to be this one, because we've been forwarded this phone number. You do that. You can choose your own format. I find it this way. It's generally better for reading, for searching. Okay. So now I enter this one, and list source. You can choose your own. You can, if you're busy, you can ignore that and assign to yourself, of course, to myself. And if we happen to know the email address, it's very valuable to us. Let's say is marty@abc.net.au, let's say. Okay. So now pretty much that's as simple as that, just capture that into the system. For now on, that will be fetched by the head office in a monthly newsletter send out, stop engagement. So this is good. We know very powerful for us. And also for the sales team, if a leads allocated to individual, others can't see your leads, okay, unless it's a sales manager or the administrator. So therefore, we're trying to some level of firewall so that we know each other's leads are. Just avoid, when business grow, just avoid people pinching each other. Some good reasons, because we'll get paid for sales commissions. So therefore, at least is valued at our last statistic is $1,200 in sales revenue. So at least enter each time, on average, bring our build $1,200 in revenue. In profit, so to a sales person, is 5% of that money, which is about $60. So each lead has a monetary value. Doesn't mean this margin will give me $60 sales, but statistically, when we have 100 of them, we're going to convert them, bring that back. We know that's worth about $6 in sales commission. To the project manager, 1,200. We know this profit margin is about 30%. So that means about $306 profit potential to the business gross. Then we have let's say we have a 33% profit sharing. Let's say that means to a project manager, the value is up to $100 if we convert that eventually into sales, of course. Now, statistically, means doesn't mean Marty Citizen or John Citizen you're going to be a sales, but every 100 of them, if we have them, we know we can convert one. Okay. That's just numbers. So that's why it's important to enter into system, and we always have the first voice contact rule, just in case multiple allocation. Then we normally say, if the salesperson straight away called Marty on to the comment section, that means Jackson in on this day on record called this customer. This give when in time of dispute means if a lead allocated happened before, sometimes people come call us 6 months later, use another name, use another email address.
Happens a lot.
Yeah, happens. Then now our rule of allocation is first voice contact. The salesperson who has the first one made a voice contact on that lead. So that's how we use that to encourage people to call. Emails are very powerful for sales, but our experience is voice contact most at the beginning. It's always a lot of our competitors don't do that at all. See, what's amazing. So this is the most effective sales technique in relation to engage customer. So this is the section about how to enter a leads into Vtiger. Hope that's simple as that. Yeah. Okay, that's complete that second lesson. Any questions? No, clear? You know the value? Yeah, $1,200 in revenue, sales commission, 5% of that would be $60. To project managers, about $100, rough up to gross, depends on which stage of sharing starts. Okay. So that's the value of the leads and how we enter. Next topic, you can stop this recording, Raksha. You can